Hello Instagram. So this is my last practice before the Icebreaker tournament. So yeah,
All right.
here goes.
What we're going to do here, I'm going to cut down at you.
Okay.
First, it is just going to be straight down.
You want to step further in the frame then?
Yeah, that's probably a good idea.
That works.
There we go. I'm just going to go straight down at you.
That works.
You're just going to do a nice vercow at me. You should be able to catch my blade with your sword and hit me in the face. If not one, if you can't do both, just the first one is just fine because it means you're still alive.
Should.
Yep, ready?
Ready.
Yep, good. Let's slow down a little bit here
Okay.
and just do a real, yep, good. That was actually a real good slow one too,
Thanks.
because you didn't need to catch it, you just stepped.
Mm-hmm.
Good, yep, good. And that's one good thing about stepping offline too, like you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to though and just not step,
Mm-hmm.
you know, you can still, it still works just fine. So I mean in this one, if you can step offline, that's great. If you can't, you know, like sometimes if I am right here and I just suddenly jump in, you know, you might not be able to do it, but that's very good though.
Thanks.
So again here, good. And again. And then one last time here. Good. And those are actually some good shield house too in there.
Thanks.
Let's try it one last time, but just do the Zerkow with it.
Okay.
Ready?
Ready.
Yep, good. And you're very good at getting that step offline.
Thanks.
So the next part, because I was looking over the drill there,
Mm-hmm.
this is actually kind of fun. It looks like it is with a Krumpow next. It's just how you
Okay.
put
Yeah, the
against
windshield
it.
wiper.
Yeah. So again, if you just want to cut in at me with an Oberhow,
Oh, sure. Huh.
it is just a defense like that.
And then you have a clean shot to my face with the short edge.
Yes, I do.
Lovely.
And the key thing here, are you guys aware of sword body sword?
Yep.
I'm not. What is it?
So it is basically what we're doing here, but it's more or less if you want to cut in at me again,
Sure.
what I want to do to attack you is bind with your sword first,
Mm-hmm.
then hit the body, and then go back to your sword. The idea is that I go and protect myself from your sword, hit you,
Oh, it's a duplicarin.
basically, yes. But it's not a technique, it's an actual concept, like, it's basically defend yourself from your opponent's sword before you hit your opponent.
Sword, body. What's the final sword?
Well, try it again here. So we're just gonna do it slowly. I'm just,
Oberhow.
yeah, I bind
Sword.
in. So like here, I'm putting my sword on your sword, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm keeping myself safe there.
Right.
Then I'm going to hit your body.
Mm-hmm.
I can do that here, I can do that going under here.
Mm-hmm.
But afterwards, I'm just gonna go back to your sword again.
To prevent a counterattack.
Right.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, it does. It's something that when I first heard of it, I thought, what the heck? But no, it's good, it avoids doubles. It's what all the ancient, not ancient, but all the old masters would probably be screaming at us today,
Mm-hmm.
while foaming from their mouths.
Mm-hmm. About all the double hits that people get, or to do sword body sword, period, in general?
I think in general, I don't think they'd be happy about all the double hits people get.
Mm-hmm.
And I know like I'm guilty of those, so I'm not putting them down, I'm one of them.
No, I'm terrible with them. I gotcha.
Yeah, we all are, and we all need to admit that we're terrible with them before we can get better.
Mm-hmm.
But no, so again here, or like with the shield how, right? If I just do this and shield how, yep, you're keeping you're on my sword.
Mm-hmm.
Now you're gonna hit my body,
And then,
right? And then
Sword
you go
again.
back to the sword. Yep. And it can even be as simple as here, 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 or here, here, here.
so you always need control of my sword.
That's the idea, yes. Of course, it's not always going to happen, and you are going to have those moments where it's like, okay, I could bind with this guy's sword, but doing so would be kind of stupid.
Right.
It's something that you need to look at the situation in.
Mm-hmm.
But no, so let's try that again, though. Just do a nice Krumpow at my sword.
Sure.
You know, just get it out of there. Good. And then you can flick back.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, and then again here. Good.
Oh, forgot the sword part.
That's
The
all right.
last one.
You got away, which is, if I can't hit you with my sword, then you know you're already safe.
Right.
And one last time here.
Sure.
There we go. That was my attempt at a shoulder tog, and I never want to do it again, because it is stupid. Alrighty. So one last time.
Sure.
Good. All
I don't know
right.
if I actually got your head there. No?
No, you were close though.
Ah.
You would have at least scared me. Riley, do you want to try some with me or Charles? It doesn't matter which one.
Whoever wants to be in there.
Sure, I'm good.
Yeah, Charles is good.
Ah, still going.
Yeah, so what we're doing here is,
Oh, and now I'm actually in the video.
yeah, this actually can be done with a Zornhau or just a Scheitelhau, like I was doing. But it is basically just when the sword comes in, we're just using a Krumpau onto it.
Yep.
Yeah, it's simple stuff.
Now we try to do the sword by sword part 2.
If you want to, it'll come naturally with it though.
Alright.
Because you're actually pumping your sword,
Yep.
and then you're hitting him.
Okay.
And then hopefully you're gonna go back to the sword just naturally.
Alright. You want to attack first or?
You can attack first. I'll attack first, sorry.
Okay.
Charles will attack first, Riley, you're just gonna Krumpau it.
Okay.
Good.
Yeah. And then
Yeah.
sword.
Yeah, that's it.
Maybe body in there at some point too, but.
Yep.
Yeah, so it's gonna, something that's natural, so it's gonna try and just slowly strike at him again.
Sure.
Good.
And then sword somehow.
Well, there for there the sword body sword was he bound up. I was gonna do a little, yep, he bound up, he wound in. And then he was able to do that though while just staying in contact with my sword. So in this case, he was still keeping himself safe from my sword. And that's all the
body
sword.
was slowly was still in contact with the sword.
Right, and that's all
Makes
this is that it's not some weird like ancient technique.
Mm-hmm.
It's something that should be common sense, right? You're
Right.
just focusing on your opponent's weapon to keep yourself safe,
Mm-hmm.
making your opponent not safe,
Mm-hmm.
by which I mean hit him, and
But
then
it's
keep,
pointless if you can't keep yourself alive, so
Right.
any hit is contingent on controlling the sword at all times.
right.
Alright, that works. That works.
Let's do it one more time here.
Sure.
Good. Let's
Okay.
go ahead and switch off. Why don't we
Alright.
take just one step? Riley, scooch backwards just a little bit. There we go.
Okay.
Yeah, like something like there, like we have to actually get a good step in to hit your opponent.
Alright.
Or one person does. All right, ready?
Ready?
Let's go.
Ah.
Yeah, and
Not
that's how
quite.
a lot of these are gonna be, is that I sometimes won't have you guys step offline like during this, because there are just times where it's just an oh shit moment, right?
Or like we are almost out of bounds or something.
There's that, but don't focus on that so much.
Or up
You
against
gotta
the
learn,
wall.
no matter what the situation is, there's times where you just can't move. Sometimes it's just that you're not fast enough.
Or you're in a staircase or whatever, I get your point.
Yeah,
So no offline, just Krumpo.
right.
Okay. That was quick.
Yep. And one last time there.
Sure.
Can you guys do it just slowly? It's going a little bit,
Sure.
clusterfucky there.
No worries.
Don't mind my hand there. Almost.
Well, maybe a little faster than that.
Gotcha.
So who's striking who first?
He's striking me and I'm trying to defend if I can actually hit his sword.
Alright, so I think you keep moving first.
Ah.
So just try to, Riley, just start slowly. And then, yeah, once you can see him go.
And then,
And you, and yep.
Right.
And kind of like what you said before, you're already on my sword, so.
right.
Yeah, you're already keeping
Hitting it a second time is superfluous.
Yep.
Another way to think about it is that if I do this, can my opponent actually could my opponent hit me?
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's not always gonna be, it doesn't have to be contact with the sword, it's just awareness of the sword,
Of course.
if that makes sense.
It does.
Alright, good.
Less so when the adrenaline's flowing, but on a conceptual level, when we're all calm, yes, it makes perfect sense. And I just need to
That's-
make a muscle memory enough that it's
Oh
instinctive.
yeah, but what's gonna happen is you're gonna get the Icebreaker, you're just gonna forget everything. It's gonna happen, it's gonna suck, but guess what? It's okay. If
The
it
stuff
doesn't happen,
that's-
that's even better, but you know, if it does, that's okay, you know?
Adrenaline's
Well, the
one
stuff
thing.
that's sunk in deeply enough that it's muscle memory will stick, like my stepping offline, my crumpouts, whatever else. I mean, the tactics may well go out the window, but that which is instinctive, and my body does regardless,
Alright.
will be there, and hopefully that's also still sword body sword. But yes, I'll be terrified and my adrenaline will take over. But
Well, you
Right.
probably
No,
probably
totally
seen the
lost.
image of like how I fight in class, how I fight in the streets.
mm-hmm. This will be in the streets, but
Well-
the techniques should still be sound.
Keep in mind though that people at Icebreaker, well, let me put it this way, a lot of the guys there are people I like really look up to.
Mm-hmm.
They're going, if they see you fence well, they're gonna say, this guy's a good fencer.
Right.
If you don't, they're gonna say, Ben fucked up.
Mm.
So, you know, the worst case scenario, they're just gonna be mad at me.
Ah.
But, you know, you have to deal with me more.
Oh, fair enough. I mean, at the same time, I've been doing this for 3 years. It's only my second tournament, but it's
But
been plenty
still.
of time for me to practice and be ready.
Oh yeah, plus you've been training on your own, you've been studying materials.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing I would say is maybe look more at the original sources, but that's not right now, you know. You can go
Rather than just YouTube.
Yeah, I mean, it's easier. Unfortunately, YouTube is, what it really suffers from is,
It's already somebody's interpretation.
yeah, there's that, and there's also the fact too that humans gotten a lot better in maybe the last 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
Like some of the YouTube videos, you'll still see people try to throw, instead of cutting like this,
Mm-hmm.
they're going to cut like this.
Right.
There's no really reason or rhyme to it. I think it's just how that John Clements guy did it.
Mm-hmm.
Which,
Are they trying to draw cut it?
I have no fucking idea. I think they're just trying to, I don't know. I always think
taking
it
the
kind of-
whole attack while defending yourself thing too seriously.
I don't know, but at the same time, if it's stupid and it works, it isn't stupid.
Right, well, unfortunately, it doesn't work as well as anything else.
Ah, okay. That is...
Like, there's no... If you could maybe find an advantage here of actually bringing your arms back, as opposed to just letting it flow down.
I'm not sure what they'd be trying to do. I mean, it's a secondary movement. All it would do is
Right.
give your opponent time to do something else.
Right, you're going away from your opponent there, you're going away from your opponent here.
I've actually seen videos that warn against that. Like, anytime you, like, pull back to do anything, it's just like, all right, well, you're giving your opponent more time to stab you in the face.
It strikes me.
Basically,
It
yeah.
strikes me as too many gears.
Yeah, that's what I think. Plus, I mean, this
Any
is
sort of
gonna be how
two-part
the
movement
manuals
seems like
do it.
it's a part too many,
Right.
or two-tempo movement.
Oh, yeah. But no, so it is almost 8. I do want to get home, I want to eat dinner. Guys, thank you so much.
Absolutely. Thank you, guys. I appreciate
Yeah.
you helping get me
This
ready.
was like a great energy for a class.
Yes.
Yeah.
What I'd love to do is next time, keep it just like this.
All right.
At some point, I would prefer, you know, like if it's small sword, it's probably going to be Riley or Matt doing most of the jabbering, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is actually how a lot of them were before we really went indoors too.
Yeah.
This has been pretty good. Also,
Indoors thing kind of slows things down, not only because not as many people make it, but again, I think we're a little self-conscious about hitting things.
Yes, we are.
shameless plug. If y'all want to see me fight on Saturday, this will be streamed on Facebook Live. So, thanks everyone.